Hello, this is Ronnie. I'm back here with a clip taken from a long video that I just finished to record for my subscribers. I'm leaving the option for my services at 50% off for the first year open, and I'll be providing further details after the clip ends. So if you're interested, please stay on. I'll be talking to you again at the end of the clip. I would like you also to read carefully the disclaimer that I'm going to put up now, so that it is clear to you before you go ahead and watch the video. This is just a standard thing. Here's gold. I said the rally in gold doesn't make sense to me in terms of the wave count, but Mr. Gold, Mr. Market doesn't really care what I or you or anybody thinks. And when the time is right, the market moves, and we are here never going to fight the market. Never. No matter what we think, no matter how much we are convinced, the price is the king. Price is king. We never fight the market. This is a principle that those who still trade know it. Those who don't trade probably tried to fight the market, got wiped out and went back home. Okay? If I'm here today, I tell you, I've learned this lesson many times. No matter how much conviction you have, when the market comes or turns around, give you a slap on the face, you just switch. Yes, Mr. Boss, you know, that's it. And now the fact that it soared here into a new all-time high doesn't make sense to me in terms of the short-term wave count here, but who cares? It wants to go higher. Okay, so we go with it. That's it. Even the longer-term scale, what do I do with this? You see? I could spend 1 hour on this chart, but in short, it just doesn't make sense. Do we have a fourth wave here? Do we have a fourth wave here? What do we do? Do we have a fourth wave here? Doesn't look quite right. There was a triangle here at some point that ended, and I cannot put my finger on the spot where it ended. You see, it looks like a genuine ABC was drawn here. That is almost certainly that prepared. Laid down the path to pave the way for this breakout, this huge ABC here. And now when we look, that's the weekly, we're seeing comfortable support of the 50. Yeah, apart from just a few weeks going under, came back very quickly. There's plenty of support here of the 50, and now the 21 is joining the bullish movement here. You can see also playing as support, and the distance between them is expanding, which means it's accelerating, obviously. Yeah. Now I said to you, it doesn't make sense to me. I was expecting a further drop here. Didn't come. Could it still come? Yes. Yes. Believe it or not, yes. What's going to be the trigger? I don't know. Does it look likely? No. No. Now it doesn't look likely that we are going to get this break. Could it still happen? Of course. We have to stay open-minded. But I think that if it continues to rally, which odds favor at this point, yes, continuation of this rally. One suggestion I have, I wouldn't say I'm swearing by it. I wouldn't rush and adopt it as my only wave count. It's a possible wave count that we can work with. This is a 1-2, that possibly a 1-2. This is a mess. This is the problem. You see, this is looking too much like an ABC. It's looking too much like an ABC. Or should I actually go back and review the wave count right from here? But that wouldn't make sense if I try to encapsulate all of this as a fourth wave. Yeah, imagine I do something like that. Yeah, and I say the one ended here. That can't be a correction to such a lengthy ride, you see. So let's stick with this for now. and the market looks up, that's it. The price is king. The price is king here. What we think is subsidiary. Could that be an ABC? Yes. You know what needs to happen for this to be an ABC, or even a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that will tumble back down. Yeah. You need to have 2 or 3 days like that, and then you know what's going on. As far as I'm concerned, I would quickly insert it as a big C coming down in the process of completion of this giant lateral movement. But it might not happen. As simple as that. Might not happen. It might continue, give us some brief corrections here, and continue higher and higher and higher, and we just have to run with it. So right now, if we get a short-term correction here, it continues higher. That is your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it is very possible that what will happen after that will be really a key. If it does establish a base above the previous high, and it goes sideways here as long as it needs, and then it pulls higher strongly, we should not doubt it even for 1 minute. Okay, so I'll show you what's going on in silver. Silver could be actually more helpful than gold, even though gold right now is leading the way. I'm going to show you a few things here. Okay, so that's the chart of silver. US dollar Canadian dollar is in black. US dollar Swiss franc is in red. If you followed my analysis earlier in this video of the US dollar Canadian dollar and the US dollar Swiss, you know why I am positive now about the precious metals to the extent of calling for extension of this bounce that we have seen this week, and potentially huge extension, because I think that the US dollar Canadian dollar and the US dollar Swiss now turn down. They turn down. And when you look at the correlation, that is obvious, as they say with the naked eye, you can see that. Here's the chart of silver soaring while both of them slumping. And this is over a period of many years. Yes? And you can study this chart. In fact, the US dollar Swiss performed worse than the US dollar Canadian dollar. The US dollar Canadian dollar ran up nicely here, but I think this run is over. And it is now getting ready to slump down, and we discussed that in detail. I won't repeat everything here. Go back if you missed it and look at the analysis of the US dollar Canadian dollar and why there is very, very good reason that is now going at least to this level. Okay, the one that was marked here, May 1st of May 2021, and a lot lower than that. And that, of course, will pull silver to this level at the very least. That's 50, 51. And in the process, a lot of things could be resolved because we don't know where the fourth wave ended, if it is a fourth wave ended here, or are we still in that giant fourth wave? Doesn't look to me very likely, where we're going to be forced to take this as an A, B, and what we will witness as a rally to 51 will just be a C. And then it'll go sideways. I don't think it's likely, but it's not going to happen next month. So we will have time to assess how it develops. Okay. If the fourth wave ended here, we could be in a genuine 1-2, 1-2. Now, I said that silver has the potential to deliver a very powerful signal that in terms of the structure. And I'm going to show it to you right now, but I have to clear the chart here, so bear with me one sec. So we have the monthly now. It's pretty obvious what is supportive and what is not supportive of further rally. You can see it's been under lead here for a long time, more than 3 years. Yes? As I told you, the miners are on the floor. They have been suffering more than 3 years. Now I think it's over. Time is up. They're going to look up now. Now there is a very, very powerful structure here, which also resembles what I told you in the case of the Australian dollar, US dollar. And also the Australian dollar, US dollar has very high correlation, positive correlation with gold and silver. So, look carefully. Do you see shoulder, head, shoulder on the monthly. We run up here above 26 to be clear. We sit around here for 1 or 2 months. We might not even sit here. It might rally straight to 30, 31. It doesn't need the support anymore. Once it runs and it's a major rally, like we could witness something like that. Yeah. If that is the structure that is playing out as a 1, 2, 1, 2, it may not need to consolidate here much. But my point is this. For silver to break above the horizontal resistance here, which will be the neckline of an inverse head and shoulders on a massive scale, monthly scale, extending over almost 3 years, and at the same time for silver to crack above the descending resistance line here and sit here, that will be massive signal of strength, massive. And I don't need to mention if it jumps above 31 that it's ready to run, and then it's up, it's looking up to 51 and maybe much beyond that. So this is extremely helpful. I cannot guarantee it's going to happen. Yes, I cannot guarantee it's going to happen, but it looks to me like it's going in this direction. Yes, with of course gold leading the way, and all the metals all of a sudden will find more love, more support, and they will all be jumping all over the place. Now that could be a one. I was expecting extension of the decline here. Also here doesn't look like it makes a lot of sense, but it doesn't come to check my wave count and obey. So we have to go with it. If it jumps, there is another alternative here, and I didn't want to put a labeling for that alternative, and that is that a giant fourth wave actually ended here or here. And what we are witnessing right now is just the beginning of a giant fifth wave on this scale. Okay, that is very, very interesting. It will become, of course, clear in the course of the next several months. If we fly above 26 as if there was no resistance, we reach this level of resistance at around 30. We knock on the door. We don't spend months here. Within a few weeks, we fly above 31. It's very possible that this is a beginning of a giant fifth wave on this scale. And that means 51 is going to look cheap in 2 years from now. 51. Very cheap. Okay, let's have a look at the daily. And the wave count short term, of course, very exciting. It's following gold. Now, what should not happen? Yeah, there are two options here, and I won't go through the very detailed possibilities of a triangle, major triangle ending here or here. But if it ended here, that's you 1, 2. You're up in a third. If it ended here, soon we're going to have a correction. What does not need to happen? First of all, it has no business coming back to 23. Going back to 23 is a sign of weakness, and it will trigger potentially a reversal and a completion of that very complex pattern that I've explained many times. Okay, it will still keep silver long-term bullish, but might delay the rally by a few months. So remember, 23, you see it going down to 23, that's bad. That's bad. Could I be wrong and it will reverse and shoot? Yes, but I would say generally the pattern that I see here, breaking down back to 23, is not good. Okay, it's not good. Now obviously hanging around here 24, 24 and a half, and then pulling higher, etc., etc., you know already what I want to say. My website, the homepage is right here. It's Wave Mastery, www.wavemastery.com. Yeah, wavemastery in one word.com. That takes you to the homepage. You can scroll down, look through some things that I've written here, some recommendations from past users and current users, and that is essentially the offer currently open only to first-time subscribers. Okay, so there is the daily service, daily videos that are preceded by a trial, so you can take the trial for 1 week, And at the end of that, if you're happy, you do nothing, you go on to the plan of half price, essentially 79 presents half price of the normal price, and that will be good for 1 year. That means 12 payments of 79. If you want to watch just the weekend videos, then you go for this one, and it does give you access to the weekend videos, and I often also insert a video as a bonus midweek, just to keep you on track, to see a little bit where things are moving, because sometimes 1 week of full price action is a lot, and the wave count can change, especially if you're a short-term trader. You really want to know what's happening. So that is essentially the situation. If you decide to go, for example, for the daily videos, you click here, it takes you to the page where it explains to you, you should read that. It explains to you what is covered, etc., etc. If you like what you read, you click here, subscribe. It takes you to PayPal, because my paying system is through PayPal, and you pay through PayPal. You can see you have the trial at $9.99. That's for the first 7 days. As I said, if you like what you see, do nothing. It just goes automatically. If you don't like, you can cancel. Or if you don't know how to cancel, or you have any doubt, you have any question, you can write to me, of course. Once you go through and you pay, you come back, PayPal will send you back to my website to fill in your profile details, choose your login, and once you do that, you will be led automatically to the page with the links to the various videos classified by date. If at any point in time in this process you have a problem, things are not going as I'm describing to you right now, all you have to do is just contact me and I'll help you out. That is essentially it. So you'll have 1 week to look at things. I would like to just spend a minute about the website itself. I have written here a few articles. Is this website for me? You can go through that one. Psychology and trading, trading and the arts, why join? Yes, each of these articles could perhaps help you to see how to relate to my website, but there is no substitute, in my opinion, to actually take a trial. You know, you take a trial, and I want to say another thing. You take a trial and you can't make up your mind. You want more time to think. Fine, I understand that. Then you cancel, but then you're not allowed to take another trial. Please, I want to be very clear about that. There are people who abuse this, and it's really not right. You're not allowed to take more than one trial, okay? A trial is a trial. But if you're interested, after you take a trial, you're interested to come back, you can still benefit from the low price for the next full year. But you have to write to me, and then I will send you a special link without a trial. And if you join, then you're going to go immediately onto the reduced price plan for 12 months. Okay? If you take another trial after you took already one, I am going to have to cancel that and refund you. And if you do that 2 or 3 times, I'm just going to blacklist you, because there are people who have been doing it, and I'm afraid this is really absolutely not right. This is subscribe here. Use subscription. Once you are logged in, you will see this one highlighting you daily service videos or weekend service videos. Yeah, it will show which one you really have the right to access. The daily service videos, to be very clear, they cover the weekend service videos. Okay, so you don't have to subscribe to both. The daily covers everything I do. The weekend, of course, is more selective. Now, I have here resources. There are chart galleries right here. Chart 1, 2, 3. There are plenty of charts here that give you an idea how I go about subdividing various market action here. There I covered a lot of markets, and you can see there is history here that could be very interesting for you to just go through. Let's see, platinum, for example. Yes, that's 1973 to 1978. If you click right on top where it shows you the hand, the chart opens up big. You can print it if you like. Here's an example of platinum, April 1980, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the huge correction that followed after that. So there's plenty for you, whichever market you're interested in, the financials, commodities, precious metals, etc. Okay, so that's chart galleries. Then useful links, as the name implies. Yes, recommended reading list. You have a long list of books here that I've read over the years that I found very interesting. Of course, I have many more books that I would like to add. It's just a question of time. I don't always have time to update this one. But the books that you find here did help me in the beginning, and still the information here is very valuable in these books. For example, Kroll. I don't know how many of you heard about Stanley Kroll. Stanley Kroll was a really imaginative fellow trader that wrote very well about his own trading and in trading in general. I learned a lot from these books. And of course, if you haven't heard about Reminiscence of a Stock Operator, you should get this book and read it. You will not regret. This is a book that most traders, I think, have come across and read. It is very, very interesting. And as you go down the list, you will see if there are things that are of interest to you. Of course, go ahead, get them. Some of them are even available online for free as a PDF. Check that. If you have questions about that, you can even contact me. Here's the contact us, and you put your name. Please make sure you give me the right email address. Message, simple maths, submit, I get it. You'll hear from me. I'm based in Belgium, so if you write to me from Australia or from the US and I'm having my rest, do not be surprised if I don't react quickly, okay? Normally within a day you will have a reply from me. I check my email fairly regularly. So that's about it. Hope to see you visiting my website. Hope to see you taking a trial. If you have any questions, again, don't hesitate. Get in touch with me, and wishing you a great trading week. Bye now.